Oké, üdvözlök mindenkit úr itt az ELEX végigjátszásában, folytassuk is ott, ahol abba hagytuk. Ja igen, ezt az ellopott kardot keressük, de ahhoz talán ide kéne. Vagy... ide. Ide elteleportációzunk. Na, az mi a picsa?
So, that creature's down to me, is it?
Igaz, a kitérés gombra nem kell reagálni. És nézd meg! Gyerekek, megint kezdi. Nem tudom, annyira. Annyira lassú az irányítás. Mire bevette volna a healinget, addig nem lehet csinálni semmit, mert az egy 30 másodperc, mire az animáció lefut. Édes Istenem. Nincs több nyilvesszünk se, csak mondom. És nézd meg! Megint megcsinálja ugyanazt. Látom, hogy mi fog történni, gyerekek, látom. De egyszerűen, tehát ezt a támadást nincs ember a földön, aki ki tudja dodge-olni. Tehát mondom, mire az agyam... Tehát ez a neuronok nem olyan gyorsak, bazd meg az ember agyába. Hihetetlen. Jó, kedvelik a felvét, nem tudom már hányszor hallottunk meg, de... semmi gond. És jön. És nézd meg, és full életről megcsinálja ugyanazt. Hihetetlen, gyerekek, ezek hihetetlenek. Hihetetlenek. Az ember jókedvűen leül játszani, azt ez a vége. I'm just saying. Hogy könnyedén megölhető lenne, nem lennének ilyen csalások a játékban amúgy. Tehát könnyedén kinyírható lenne. Ha nem csalna ennyire nyilvánvalóan ez a szar. És nézd meg! És na ez a támadása mi volt? Tehát dodge-oltam egyet, kidodge-oltam a támadását, utána várt egyet és ütött még egyet. Ilyet se csinált még, érted? Tehát ezt mondom, hogy egyszerűen agyfasz, tehát úgy van leprogramozva, hogy szopasson. Nincs semmilyen konzekvencia a támadásaiban. Semmi. Az ég egyet a világon semmi. Tehát nem az, hogy kitanulom a movesetet, bazd meg, azt megbaszom. Olyan nincsen. Olyan nincsen.
So, that creature's down to me, is it?
Tű, 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 tű. És akkor is elért. Hiába volt a pű. Lett nekem olyan pű, hogy megzavarodtam. Hova megy az? Dick. Na. Megbasztuk. Nyilvesszünk egy darab sincsen. És venni sem tudunk. Ezek kik?
You're dead.
Hát ez nem ment túl fényesen, maradjunk annyiba. Keressünk healing cuccokat. Dudvát. Golden Whisperer. Ezt is megegyük. Large Healing Plant. Healing Hair. Megegyünk mindent, érted? ...64 elixír. Na, healingeljünk. Mind kevés lesz hely. Ó, bassz meg.
Jesus, the comet hardly left anything standing.
Mag. Lett egy healing potionunk is, gyermekeim. Azért az nem rossz. Tehát egyet elhasználtunk a izére, de lett egy. Jó. Mana potion, strong ELEX elixir. Jó, lootoljunk. Még biztos, hogy lesznek. Mi egyszer voltunk, azért van itt csak egy. A többit már itt egyszer levertük, ja. Nice. Csak jött egy valaki, aki belakta. Jó, akkor haladjunk igényesen tovább.
Listen, something occurred to me. My old friend Mason used to live on the coast before he joined Jackson's gang. He used his place as a boat hole when he hit trouble. Maybe he's gone back there now.
Okay, let's go look for Mason.
Good idea. If he's there, he might not stay too long.
Most félbeszakítottuk ezt a küldit. Never mind.
Look at this place. Some days I think we should just all take a wife and settle down instead of chasing after stupid pieces of paper.
You know that would mean they would kill your wife as well.
Wow. You really don't do dangerous, do you? I mean, I'm not even married and you killed my wife.
You know that dog you've always wanted?
What? Hey, what? No! Don't go killing my imaginary dog, too. Can we get on and find Mason? He should be hanging around somewhere on the beach, fishing or something. We just have to go down the path here and follow the coast. Mason's old hiding place is a wooden hut at the end of this path. Yeah, good job.
Na várjál, akkor most mi van itt nekünk? Hol vagyunk? Jó messze bazd meg. De mindegy. Jó, hát most akkor ezt csináljuk, hát most... Na. Érted?
My brother loved places like this.
Mentsünk, ha valami balúsulna el.
Wait a moment. Ray? Is that you? You sneaky bastard. Man, Ray, you are deep in the shit. Do you know that?
I am glad to see you too, Mason.
Who's this? Are you Ray's new watchdog or something?
Woof.
Oh, funny. Quick question. Do you know how much his ass is worth? That amount of shards isn't funny. So you and me might have a problem.
Why is he worth so much?
You don't know there's a contract out on him? I thought they were everywhere. I thought that was why you were looking for him.
Do you have one of those contracts with you?
And if I do?
I'll buy that contract off you and you can forget about Ray.
Well, forgetfulness can be expensive. It can easily cost, say, 200 shards.
Deal. Give me the contract.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Now, stop looking for Ray.
Who?
I see we have an understanding.
Sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey, that was great.
Az volt, bazd meg.
You would better disappear like poof, gone, or you'll have trouble.
Jó. Ezzel meg vagyunk, 200 XP. Meg 200 XP-t szereztünk. Na jó, most megint meg kell keresni az előző küldit. Eden, Tavari. Fuck. Nice, újra itt. 3-ból 10 10-ből 3, 3-ból 10, 10-ből 3 kontraktunk megvan. Úgyhogy haladunk. Ez mindig akkor így eszébe fog jutni valami, és akkor majd így tudunk tovább haladni. Itt át tudunk menni? Nem muszáj lesz. Sima liba. Na, közeledünk szerintem. Oh, hello. Bone. Raw meat.
Greenery in the desert. Who'd have thought it?
Keep your eyes open. There's always more damn jackals. I think they know I want every last one of the things dead.
You want them all dead?
Why wouldn't I? They ate my whole damn family. Now I'm going to kill all of theirs. I spend every spare minute tracking them down. When I'm not trying to get enough meat to live, to sell, and that takes most of my time.
So, you work for the Duke?
People don't work for the Duke. That's the whole point of being outlaws. Not that anyone there is really free. You know where to find the teeth on a jackal? In the fort. You think you know where the knife is, but the next minute you feel it sticking in your back. You're best out here with the jackals rather than in there with the real animals.
Do you want help hunting these jackals?
Nah. This is something I need to do myself. For my family. And I need to earn a living.
Can we trade?
Sure. Tell me what you need and I'll see if I have it. And as long as I've not already promised it to Scrappy, it's yours.
Who is Scrappy?
I've known Scrappy for years. He's the only man my old dad would listen to. He's been fading fast, though. Trying to survive on that trash heap below the fort. I've been trying to keep him alive. He wouldn't take charity, so I've been swapping old chems for meat. I mean, no one else would take them.
I could take the meat to Scrappy for you.
And why exactly would you do that?
Because you'll pay me.
You are direct. I'll give you that. Okay. I'll give you the delivery for Scrappy. Here. Scrappy knows what to pay. I'll see you when you've made the delivery. Come and find me back here.
Sure. What do you have to trade?
What do you need?
Raw meat mennyibe kerül? 5-be. Small healing potion. Nice.
Yeah!
Az Istenek faszát.
Put that weapon down. Now you get it.
Csak megbaszott, he? És akkor megint jön a healing time. majd ez egy másik küldi. Ez hogy? Hogy? De most komolyan? Hogy? Na a faszomba. Dodge közbe, hallod? Istenem az égbe. Hihetetlen az a játék amúgy. Fajod azért. Ezt, ami ha elszakad, azt megesszük. Fasza. Pont nem jött össze. És, ezt miért kell nézni egy óráig, ezt az end feliratot? Ja, Istenem, Istenem. Más megközelítést alkalmazunk. Azokat kikerüljük a faszba. Bazd meg, hát hánya!
What the fuck? structures like this that stand out in the landscape, everyone else can spot them too. We shouldn't hang out around here too long.
A mutánsok még mindig kurva erősek.
Oh, we got a nice catch here. Nice, nice. Fresh meat, and it got a fair amount on you. Boy, you're gonna cook up nicely.
Cook?
Oh yes, we'll do you justice. A few sprigs of scragweed and some cogroot, oh, and you'll be just right for us. I'll get you.
Ó, na nehogy eldodzsolj, igazad van, bazd meg, igazad van. Fasz eldodzsolnál el. Igazad van, testvér, ne dodzsoljál, minek? Helyedben is se dodzsolnék. Minek van a dodge gomb? Azt se értem egyáltalán. Minek van a dodge gomb?
I'll get you.
Add Isten a faszát a lövődödös kurva édesapátokba abba.
Yeah, so me and you. What are you doing? Not so bad here, is it?
Gets. Nézd meg! Láttad?
Stop being a dipshit, yeah?
Láttad? Egyszerűen megnyomtam a támadásgombot és lesztek görölt. Nyomma a kurva Isten a faszát az anyádba. Megnyomtam a támadásgombot és semmi nem történt. Azt az 50 kilós baltát hamarabb meglendíti, mint ez a fasz. Azt a kurva kardot, bazd meg. Á, geci. Egyszerűen hihetetlen, hallod? Hihetetlen. Lassan komolyan.
You'll regret that.
És nézd meg! Mit verjek szét, bazd meg? Mit? Mit verjek szét? Mit? Hogy lett valami ekkora szar? Hogy? Hogy a gecibe lett valami ekkora szar? Hogy? Hogy abban a szűzkurva egyezer úristen szájba baszott faszába lett valami ilyen szarul megcsinálva egy nyomorék harcrendszert, hogy lehet így elbaszni? Hogy?
You'll regret that.
Canned food. Nice. Akkor együnk canned foodot szerintem majd. Csak először be kéne rakni valami potion-t. Small healing potion, oda bebasszuk. Megesszük a canned foodot.
Just give me a minute to calm down, will you? Calming. Calming. Oof. Shit. A moment longer and those cannibals would have had me over the fire. There's enough creatures out here trying to eat me without people trying it as well. Shit, shit! That's not something I want to go through again. Hell. You've not got anything to drink, have you? Something to help a man get his head screwed back on?
Here. This should help.
Ah, that's good. There's something about a near-death experience that makes everything taste golden. You saved me. I mean, you saved my life. And I've learned a lot about Magalan's history. But cannibals? I haven't heard of anything like that since the dark days after the comet hit. Most of what we live on in Tavar is from the past. So history is profitable. Interesting, too. You should learn it.
What are you doing out here?
The light beacon. I've always been fascinated by them. They used to be a cry for help, or a way to give help, direction, guidance. I've seen leaders come and go in the fort, and there's only one constant. You have to rely on yourself. So, I look for ruins, visit the beacons, and I find things to earn shards, so I don't need anyone else.
Brave for someone at your age.
My age? Age is bullshit. Wrinkled or smooth-skinned, life throws the same shit at you. I know these lands better than to come alone. I was traveling with a pair of scrap collectors. They needed a lead. I needed some help. On our way there, we got ambushed by a group of clerics. I didn't want a chance to fight with them. They were much better armed. So I got out of there.
What happened to the scrap collectors?
They didn't make the same choice. That's the problem with some people of their age. They think every fight is winnable. They think running away is the wrong thing to do. Yet, here I am at my age. I just wish I had the legs for running. The clerics caught up with me and took me prisoner. I'm here, aren't I? I waited until it was dark and I got out. I guess they thought I was too old to guard. And I got away with their leader's weapon. I think that must have made them angry. Now those clerics are out hunting for me. You can hear their horns. That's why I thought I'd head for the beacon. Get some scrap, and get myself back to Tavar. Shards would mean safety. But you know what happened next? Damn Reavers. Life sure is cheap out here.
Eldobtál a kardot.
Tell me about Magalan's past.
Gladly. What would you like to know?
Tell me about Tavar.
Well, it might not seem like there's a lot of history here, but this place hasn't always been desert. When the comet hit, it turned this place into the wasteland you see. But not everything was destroyed. Some building complexes, like the fort, survived. Others were buried. When the sand shifts, other buildings appear. And then all the things that were left in them are there for the taking. Not that everything that's buried is good. Logan, the Duke as he's known today, they're sitting on a powder keg. Back before the comet hit, they stored weapons there. Serious, end-of-the-world weapons. And they're still there, somewhere, along with a whole stack of the usual kind.
What kind of weapons?
I know the history, not the science. I'm no cleric. But these things were supposed to destroy cities. They were supposed to destroy countries.
How could they do that?
I don't know. Big explosions. Big explosions. And the fort is sitting on top of them. That's why I want shards. I want to be a long way from here if those things ever go off.
Tell me about the factions.
Ja.
Their recent history. I mean, they only came about after the comet hit. Before that, there were countries and governments. Millions of people organized into groups. Nothing like now. But the comet destroyed all that. There aren't really records from after the comet hit. No one was writing things down. They were just trying to survive. No leaders. All the things they relied on to survive had gone. But it didn't take long for people to form groups to get resources. And it didn't take long for those people to start fighting. All factions think they've got ways to save us. They're all just ways people are trying to survive.
So, there are a lot of gaps in your knowledge of history.
Well, some. There were more records kept during the territory wars. That was once the factions had formed and started fighting each other. I guess as soon as you're a group, you want to start keeping a history of who you are. History becomes more important. Anyway, instead of fighting over 1 or 2 tins, the factions started fighting over land. ELEX. Resources. Any small factions that were left got absorbed or destroyed. I mean, these people were survivors. So you'd think that's what they'd want. To survive. Instead, there were yet more deaths. There aren't numbers, but I'd guess at least half of those still alive were killed. That's just a guess. Finally, the people in charge realized the cost was too high, so they formed a council, the Great Council of Magellan, and made a non-aggression treaty.
A non-aggression treaty? That doesn't seem to have worked.
Well, peace is always fragile. The Berserkers and Clerics have totally different ideas about ELEX and technology, for a start. But after all the deaths, the factions knew they risked their own destruction if they fought anymore. So, the peace lasted, more or less. There are always some hotheads, some isolated clashes over resources. But the leaders brought their people back into line. All the factions rebuilt their lands, worked on their own rules.
So, what went wrong?
The Alps. They were just a small splinter group. They went up into Zakor, into the ice, and no groups were interested in that land. They built their strength, and then they invaded. The factions were taken completely by surprise. The Alps captured people, land, built their converters before the factions could respond. What happened to the prisoners, the dead? History doesn't speak of that.
I've heard enough.
At least you did listen. That's not always the case today.
What do you know about the Berserkers?
They were a group living up in the woods, trying to grow their own food, and they evolved from there. Everyone else was fighting for what was left, but they decided to make something new. It was some guy called Amric that started them. The new guy they have there, Thorold, the Pilgrim, sees himself as some sort of spiritual successor to Amric. He's changed things there. They're pushing out into the world more than they did. The Berserkers used to stay in Edan mostly. They'd fight to protect their borders, make assaults outside them, and then pull back. Now they're holding ground. It seems the Pilgrim wants to purify all of Edan. They're gonna use their world hearts to change the world. They want to use their magic to turn the clock back and make Magellan what it was. Well, they'll change it. But whether Magellan was ever like they say, that's just a fantasy.
How much do you know about the clerics?
Secretive lot. They probably know more about history than the others, but they keep it to themselves. But this god they believe in, Kalan. I haven't seen anything anywhere about this god in records from before the comet hit. Why they've created a god and worship technology? Well, I can't understand it. Everything else they do is about knowledge and fact and observation. So why invent a lot of hocus pocus to go with it?
Why did the clerics have so few men?
The wars. They put their faith in their fighting machines. But either their prayers weren't answered or they had a technological hitch. They went into battle with the berserkers and their machines shut down. They were defeated. Heavy losses. Those left retreated into Ignadon. Anyone that didn't make it back was cut down by one faction or another. The clerics' numbers never recovered. I guess they must have fixed whatever the problem was with their fighting machines. It's never happened again.
Give me the cleric's weapon.
Why should I give it to you?
We help each other out, right?
Well, you had a beer for me. So yeah, all right. You can have it.
Experience 400.
How long are you going to stay here?
I think I will get comfortable here. Maybe I'll even get this light tower working. Man needs something to do in life.
Is there something you need?
No, I'm okay. Don't waste your time on my old bones. The only thing I'm interested in is stories. And I don't think you are the storytelling type.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Alps?
Hardly anyone knows anything about them. I mean, other than about their attacks.
Maybe I could tell you a story about them.
Now I am curious. Do you know why they use ELEX?
It makes them stronger, of course. Greater strength, lower levels of fatigue, reduced pain. It turns men into fighting machines, and not just physically. ELEX keeps them clear thinking. It removes the emotions that could get in the way of orders.
So it means no one can argue with orders.
It reduces the chances. That's one of the reasons Alps are so successful. They operate together without question.
Not all of them. Some operate alone.
Then you've heard of the Elexitors. They rule in Zakor. They still consume ELEX, but they are given a command role.
You mean like Wardek and Kallax? Or Jax? Have you heard of them?
Yes, they are names to be feared. Though I had heard that Jax had disappeared.
So the rumors say. What else do you know about the Alps?
That they have as good as or better knowledge of technology than the clerics. That's because you and them have something in common.
Me? What have I got in common with Alps?
An interest in history. The Elexitors, well, I don't know for sure, but they have found some fragments of old world information. They're using that knowledge.
They're interested in the old world?
No, not at all. They just want the technology. Interest is emotional. The past is something that's gone. They want the future.
Interesting. Not many people seem to think about what the Alps want.
That's all I know.
That was very informative. Thank you. Life goes by too fast to just stand around. Get out there and seize it.
Jó. Nice. Ó, mi van itt? Raw meat. Shredded bolt. Small healing potion. I like it. No kérem szépen, azért most haladtunk. De nézzük, hogy mennyire. Megnézzük mindjárt azt a weapon out. Jó. Mindent összeszedjünk. Aludjunk egyet reggelig. Nice. Quick lock. Hát, oda nem üljünk le. Oké. Ezt megcsináltuk. Nézzük meg milyen weaponről van ott szó. Volt Smart Weapon 54-es. Túl sok izé kell hozzá, úgyhogy ezt visszaadjuk. Visszaadjuk Chowringernek. Hát ha ad egy kis elixírt. Experience nem hiszem, hogy fog.
I spoke to the scrap baron.
Did you convince him he doesn't have to worry about his shipment?
Yes.
Good, good. Then we can continue with the mission. Take this, in the name of Kalan.
200
I
sár.
got your weapon back.
Then I am grateful,
400.
and Kalan will hear your words. I would back you if you wanted to join the clerics. You have potential. Take this as a gesture of our appreciation.
80 shard. Nice. Ezt szeressük. Ez egy jó deal volt. Mindig nem léptünk szintet viszont. Nem sok hiányzik már, de... Na, várjál. Zárjuk már ezt be. Fragile power. Scrappy. Vigyünk Kepinek husit. Bazd meg. Te vagy Scrappy? Csá, akkor.
Hey, hey, can you spare something to eat? A can, something, anything.
No, I don't have anything.
A few shards then. You can spare some shards, right?
Yes.
Thanks. We gotta help each other out here. Do you need my help?
I have the meat from Ryder.
Ah, thank you.
Experience
You don't know
needed.
how long I've been waiting for that. That should keep my bones from being buried in the sand for a few weeks.
Won't that go bad?
Nah, I know how to cure it. It'll keep. Here, take your pick from these. I have a weapon in case you're looking for some defense, or some cams, and I've dug up a few shards in case you prefer those.
I'll take the weapon.
Sure, here, take it. And here, the cams for Ryder. I'm sure he'll have something for me if you take these to him. Thanks for, you know, not being a total shit to me like the others.
How do you survive out here?
On the gifts from the lords above. They throw out all sorts from the fort, enough to live on. Sometimes food. Sometimes things I can trade with Ryder. He buys things so I can get food. He's a hunter, so sometimes he gives me something he's caught. He's due back soon. Would you check if he has anything for me? I'll get you the shards to pay for it, somehow.
And if I take your message to Ryder, what will you give me?
I don't have a lot. No shards, anyway. I could trade you some scrap I found. Would that work for you?
Na gyerekek, innen fogjuk folytatni. Köszönöm szépen, hogy itt voltatok velem. Sziasztok! Elmentjük.